So it's kind of funny that I'm asking you this question and we had technology problems. Considering that I wrote this question down like 3 days ago, what's the angriest you've been at your technology?
Oh my god, dude. How much time you got?
Um, I mean, we got plenty of time. The longer, the better. I mean, because if we got to get at least to 45 minutes so the episode can be split in two. So go ahead.
All right. So this is the story of me trying to get the software for my video game writing class to work.
Okay.
So it's called Playwright, and it's how they write video games. It's like script format, but then there's also stuff in there that you can do dialogue options, so that way when the developers go to program the game, they don't have to look at it and just try to figure out what you were going at. You can say like, "Oh, this option leads to this, and if you do this, that cutscene happens," and yeah, stuff like that.
Hmm.
So you can't just use a normal script writing thing. And so the issue is the software is for PCs, not for Macs. And so to get it for a Mac, you have to install this thing called Citrix, and then you have to log into that using, they said it's your student ID number and then your computer password.
Yeah.
And then from there, if you have a Mac, you then have to download two certifications for it to open on your computer, then go into it, open up Playwright, and then deal with it. So my shitty little laptop that's really ancient couldn't download the newest versions. So I had to scroll like all the way through the previous versions of it to find one that would work on my computer, then download Citrix, and then I had to do the login thing, but it would not accept my login. And I was like, what the hell? So I tried my computer password, I tried a different password, and I tried my school password. And when that didn't work, I tried my former school password, none of which worked. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So I was like, I'll log into the like school website and see if like pull up the thing I'm supposed to do, see if there's anything in there. The school website wouldn't take my password. And I was like, "Oh, great! So now I'm logged out of school also."
Yeah.
So, smashing my keyboard for a few minutes, my computer then decided to fix itself and let me log in. So I got into there. I'm like, "Oh my god, how the hell did that work?" Because by all accounts, I don't understand how it decided not to accept my password and then 5 minutes later accept my password. So I get in and I'm like, I'm gonna try this password to get into Citrix. So it ended up taking that password, and I'm like, hell yes, I'm in. But immediately after logging in, I hit the next error because I didn't have the certificate things I needed on my computer. Because every time I tried to pull them up, my computer was like, "Oh, this thing doesn't exist. We're not going to look for you. It's just not a thing that's real." So someone else in the class had to get them. He struggled to get them, but he ended up getting them on his computer. Then he had to email them to me and the other person who were struggling with it. And then you have to like send them like into your files, and then you have to find them in your files and then install them. And then I did that, and my computer's like, okay, finally you can get into Playwright. So I open it, and then there was like the little square with like an arrow sticking out of it to like make it full screen. So I clicked on that, and then the window, it like enlarged and then froze. So I couldn't do anything. So I spent 2 hours getting into the software, and then the second I got into it, it froze and locked up. And so I closed it, reopened it, and it didn't work. So then I like just deleted the software altogether, re-downloaded it, got logged back in, and it was still frozen. And I, when I tell you I slammed my computer, like I'm surprised it didn't break in half. I was so pissed off. So next day, I'm like, look, it's been 24 hours, right? It should work by now. Well, thankfully it opened, and I was like, oh hell yes. So next day I go to class, and it's open, and then every time I like try to do anything, it's like, oh, it stopped working. It just doesn't work now. So I go to class all pumped because I finally have the software up. First thing I click on, my computer freezes again. I I don't get to have the software open for the next 2.5 hours of my life.
It went
So
pretty
so
well.
So
trouble.
that
Yeah.
it gets better. We're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
We're not done. So then we all had to gather around one person's computer, our whole group, because it didn't work on mine. And then the other girl who was struggling the day before, it crashed on hers too. So we had to gather around the one person who in our group whose computer it would work on. And then the IT guy came in to try to fix it. And he looked at my computer. He's like, dude, I don't know how the hell to fix this issue. It just doesn't work. So IT didn't know what to do. So once again, uninstall the software, bring it back up. Oh, hell yeah, it finally works. And now what we're doing is we're writing in groups. But the fact that this software is not programmed for a Mac really makes my computer have trouble trying to open it. So the lead writer in our group sent the little file out to us to open it. And I opened it, and it brought up the viewer thing saying it was open in my like toolbar, but then it wasn't there. Like the window never opened. And I was like, well, god damn it. So then what I had to do is I had to take that file, I had to email it to myself. Then I had to open up the software that basically converts my Mac over to a PC, go into my email through that software, and then download the file into a folder there, so that way it was technically on a PC, and then open it. And I opened it, and my computer was like, yeah, so you know that software? Yeah, it doesn't exist, so we can't open this through that. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me. So then it wanted to make it like an Adobe file, which
Yeah.
wasn't helping because it's not an Adobe thing. And so then I went back through and I like converted it from an Adobe file into a Playwright file, opened Playwright, went into my stuff, into my folder, and it wouldn't show up there. So I haven't gotten any work done in this class. The lead writer, the one person who can get this software to work, who's in my
Yeah.
group, is not going to be in class on Monday.
So you're gonna go another day not being able to do any work in this class.
Basically.
So all that trouble, and you haven't even like done.
I haven't done jack shit.
It's taken. Wow. Wait. So this has been going on for how long?
Like since like the third day of class.
Oh, wait. It is already October. So it's been a month of you not being able to open up your program.
Yeah.
Damn, that's an L.